We're out of time, and we're going to have to stop. Will you tell me about Johnny's Ambassadors right quick?
Absolutely. We started a nonprofit to educate parents and teens about the dangers of this high-potency marijuana, particularly on adolescent brain development, the causal mental illness, suicidality, and psychosis that can result. Johnny'sAmbassadors.org. If any parent, grandparent out there is concerned about their teens' use, please go to get help and get them to stop.
Okay, great. And I'm going to put links up for information from both sides, from all of you guys. I'm going to put them on drphil.com and on the social platforms so people can get information. If you were in favor of legalizing at the beginning of the show, raise your hand. If you've changed your mind, take it down. Okay? If you were against it at the beginning of the show, raise your hand. Okay? If you've changed your mind, take it down. Okay? All right. I think we've had a very respectful discussion here today, and I appreciate everybody contributing to it. So if you want to come and participate in this kind of conversation, the tickets are free. Just go to drphil.com, click on Be Part of the Audience for all the details, and don't forget to follow, subscribe, and follow my podcast where we talk about this kind of thing, fill in the blanks. Also, Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret with Robin McGraw. She talks about a lot of these things and talks to innovators, thought leaders, and she shares all of her secrets. She doesn't keep any secrets. Thank you for being respectful in this conversation, everybody, back and forth. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank all of my guests today. As I say, we need to talk more about this, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. For more information about today's episode, or if you'd like to share your story, log on to drphil.com. You want to add your voice to the conversation, and I'm sure a lot of you do. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You know where to find me. If you're in the Los Angeles area, you plan to be, we'd love to have you join us here on stage in our studio audience. The tickets are easy to get. Just go to drphil.com, click on Be Part of the Audience for all the details. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to my podcast, Fill in the Blanks, where I provide critical information on some of the really important issues that we're facing today, like this one. And listen to Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret. She talks to some real thought leaders and unlocks the secrets to their success. You can get them both on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Instagram, wherever. Now, if you're in the Los Angeles area, or you plan to be, we'd love to have you join us on stage in our studio audience. Go to drphil.com, click on Be Part of the Audience for all the details. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to my podcast, Fill in the Blanks, with clinical psychologist and New York Times best-selling author Dr. Shefali. We discuss valuable techniques for parenting as well. Also listen to Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret with Robin McGraw, and find out the secret to humanizing your workplace with Erica Kessler. You can check them both out on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen to podcasts. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. All of my guests today. For more information about today's episode, or if you'd like to share your story online, go to drphil.com. And if you want to add your voice to the conversation, you know where to find me on social media. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to my podcast, Fill in the Blanks. I talk about a lot of critical information and issues that we're dealing with personally and societally today, as does Robin with her podcast, I've Got a Secret. You can find them on Apple Podcasts or really wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. you want to add your voice to the conversation, you know where to find me. And don't forget to subscribe and follow my podcast, Fill in the Blanks. I tackle a lot of the big issues like victimhood and how to get out of that mentality and profile a school shooter to keep your children and community safe and so much more. And check out Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret with Robin McGraw, where she swaps secrets with thought leaders, innovators, and friends. Get in on the Secret Squad. They talk about a lot of important things. You can listen for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Sesame Street is a lovely production of the Children's Rotten Television Workshop. Oh, and it still wasn't nice. I gotta think of something.
Care plan for her because I lived in an uninhabitable apartment. I came home on my breaks to take care of her. I never left her alone for 16 hours, and she did not keep the place clean. She didn't take care of her dog. I have messages showing that I didn't need to come home on my break that day because she would be taking care of her, and I didn't agree with that. I provide a loving home for that dog. You can ask anyone, the dog is happy and housebroken completely. But no, it's probably better to live on your own. You should stick to living on your own like I did before.
Well, I thought it was kind of not really ethical, right? In the sense that they lived there for free, they didn't pay any rent.
Basically just tries to get money from everybody.
She admitted that she was there and owed the money.
We were calling at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, just harassing me.
I was looking for the rent. I wasn't looking to date her. That wasn't going to happen.
My neighbor had to tell him that she had HIV for him to stop making those calls to her.
Oh, that never happened.
I'm glad I'm out of there.
No, I'm okay with that. It's just, gotta get the office.